Hello, my name is Ryan Monnet, and I'm here today to speak with you about the importance of vaccination, not only for yourself, but also for your children and your family, as well as the community at large. Parents who decide to forego vaccinations are playing a dangerous game, and it is a very foolish one that can cause illness and even death in their children and others. Parents must decide to vaccinate their children in accordance with the direction of their medical doctor. Influenza, tetanus, whooping cough, and polio were prevalent as little as 60 years ago in this country, but through the advancements of medical technology and scientists working together, we were able to develop many vaccines that are still in use today, and all of those diseases have all but been eradicated from our first world country here in America. According to the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease, measles, mumps, and rubella were annually at about 700,000 cases in the pre-vaccination era of the 20th century. And again, those diseases now here have all but been eradicated. If you're not vaccinated towards any of these diseases, you can become seriously ill and also die. Also, you will not be able to enroll in public schools in the state of Massachusetts, which requires a vaccination record for all students, not only in grammar school, but in secondary schools as well. Some people are under the impression that vaccinations can cause autism, which simply is not true. There's been a number of medical journals studies that show that that is not the case. Unfortunately, people who believe this get their information from television or from celebrities who are also misinformed. It is important to start early. As soon as you're born, having your vaccinations. There is a schedule that goes directly from your first days on this planet well into adulthood and even into your college years. These are all in the case in order to prevent disease and death. Vaccinations are made in order to help your body build immunity towards disease. When everybody gets their vaccinations, it starts what is called a herd immunity, which means that everybody is immune to a certain disease, and it has no place to go from person to person, so it is for all intents and purposes eradicated. The National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease also says that there have been 55,000 measles cases, including 136 deaths in 1989 because of low vaccination rates. And again, those numbers have dwindled once again because people realized that that wasn't a good idea to not vaccinate their children. Unfortunately, that trend is seemingly starting up again now. Some people believe that there are diseases that have been eradicated, such as measles and mumps, and therefore there is no reason to vaccinate, which is certainly false. That is every reason to vaccinate, and continued vaccination is most important. There are places in this world, for example, third world countries in Africa, that have very high levels of infectious disease because of the fact that they do not have the money or the means to vaccinate their children or their people. They have horrible vaccination practices, and it allows the spread of diseases. According to UNICEF.org, 1 child per minute dies of measles worldwide, and most of those children do indeed live in Africa. Again, the herd immunity is most important in order to prevent further disease in countries such as those in Africa and other third world areas. Again, I urge you to have your parents consider vaccination as a very important step in the growth of your child, and speak with your doctor about doing so. Education about vaccine and the consequences of not vaccinating is very important, so you should make sure that you learn about vaccination and what the truth is about whether there are other things that you should be concerned with, such as autism. You're more likely to die or become at least very ill from preventable diseases without vaccinations. It is your responsibility, not only to yourself, but to your child and your family, to have them vaccinated in order to prevent these diseases. I urge everyone to become educated, and in concordance with sound medical practices, we all can prevent diseases from becoming a problem in the future. Thank you for your time.